Thank you, everyone, for joining me at the beach on the 5th of April, May, I mean. Whew, 5th of May. Let's see. It's early. Just past dawn here on the 5th of May. We're going to do the quickies. And today, I'll get in the sand here. Try to get a little bit out of the way so you see behind me. Using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. And 5th of May. Okay. I'm going to start with Aries. Haven't used this in a while. We shuffle them before I put them away. We'll put a little energy on it. Let's see, Aries gets the introduction. I don't want to do an introduction. I don't like the formal, too much of the formal. Your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I think most people know that now. You really, if you want to watch tarot all day, you could watch it. Assuming you have different sun, moon, and rising, some people they line up more. But Aries, let's see. This is on love and light, so it serves greatest good. Just what we're looking for here. Some guidance from Spirit. So it serves the greatest good. What can you tell us to help our Aries friends for the morning quickie? The 5th of May. This is you, where you're at, coming out of the chute here. Not really coming out of the chute, because he would just kind of like brush himself off, get up on his horse, and quietly take off behind everyone else, confident in his ultimate goal being reached. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. Still action, So you're interested in someone in terms of love relationship. You're in the process of giving your attention to them, but you feel like kind of in it for the long haul. Death. So something needs to change. Now, I'm not really sure here if this is really you or them. Maybe you're going slow. You're in Aries. Theoretically by sun sign, and it's not always the case, right? We all know with astrology, but you shouldn't really be moving slow. Instinctual, like if you decide you love someone or you whatever, you should be just on it, right? Be your classic Aries energy now. And so something needs to change, or maybe something's in the way of this Pentacles here. Some kind of collaboration too. This deck, it really emphasizes the collaborative aspect of the Three of Pentacles. And it always troubles me because I want to see it as such a strong, work card, the Three of Pentacles. But it could just literally is going to be you need someone to work with you, and they're not. And that's what needs to change, Like, I think this would be the energy of you feel like you've been there doing it steady, day in, day out, maybe year in, year out, maybe for a while, but you feel like it's just stagnant and something needs to change. And what needs to change is they need to get involved and work with you, from everything from do the dishes to just feel like they're participating in the relationship with you. Maybe you kind of have that feeling like you're the Knight of Pentacles pulling all the weight on your own, Aries, thank you guys. So moving along for the 5th of May, Taurus, thank you. Joining me here on the beach for some coffee. It's just past dawn here on the Mexican Gulf beaches. Luckily, quiet, alone. They're burning the palms today, so it's like my eyes are a little, not really stoned. It's like burns a little. It's not as bad as Belize. There they burn sometimes tires. It's frightening, polyvinyl chlorides in the air. So here it's cool, and we're going to look at where you're at in terms of love and relationship. Four of Wands, gotta love that, Taurus. That suits you, doesn't it? Looks good on you. I always see this as the building of a strong foundation, long-term relationship and or marriage. And because it's actions is Wands. So it'd be like if you're really in a relationship, involved with someone, and you're feeling in around relationships right now is strongly like, you want to build a relationship with them. I think this is like really good. It's better than even 10 of cups, because this is not really pie in the sky. This is like you're ready to take action once. You're ready to do this, right now, or you are doing it. It's not just talking about it. Yeah, I really do want to get married one day. No, you're like, I want to get married next month in Vegas at the Elvis Chapel. We're gonna blow it out. And, yeah, I already got the tickets. That's what I'm talking about. And the lovers, look, I mean, you're all about this. Wow. I know it's a choice, but right now I kind of feel like they're involved, because you're feeling four of wands. I mean, what do you got, two people and you're like literally like, both of them would make such a perfect husband or perfect wife. I gotta really think about it. Maybe I'll flip a coin because they're both. No, probably, and I think the lovers here. I mean, look how sweet this lovers is too. I mean, I think they're into it too. You know, let's see where we go with this. And they might very well be a king of wands. I'll make them a fire sign. Maybe a Leo or Aries. I think more than a Sag I get. Um, Definitely get Leo. And somebody mature. They may already be a parent. They're past their first Saturn return, like the age of 30ish or older, and they're established, and have something. And, notice that's a wand. It's a king of wands, and it meets your four of wands. So, absolutely, with the lovers in between, and he's looking right back at your reading here, Taurus. This fire sign, and someone prominent fire in their chart, doesn't have to be like we say in the reading. Does your rising resonate? Does your moon, possibly your Venus and your sun? So very nice. Invite me to the wedding, Taurus. I want to get invited to a wedding that I predict. Okay, there it is, Gemini. Thank you guys. The 5th of May. I know they're supposed to do that. um, is turtle habitat on this beach, but I can barely walk, so I ain't gonna run them down. 5th of May here. Let's see what we're doing. This terms of love and relationship, Gemini. This is you, Two of Swords. Where your mind is at, where your heart is at, and around relationships, you just don't know what to do. That's that energy to me. It's real clear. It's like I just don't know what to do. You can't follow your intuition. You can't really follow your mind because you're just sort of head is spinning. Sometimes to me, this Two of Swords in this position is like maybe you just real recently got burned. Now, hopefully, I say, because the lesser evil here would be this is a quickie read for the 5th of May. Maybe you just had a really bad fight and you're kind of feeling disconnected, and your significant others all went off to work and you didn't resolve it, and you just, you know, but it's that kind of energy in terms of where you're feeling in a relationship, big or small. I don't know. With the Two of Pentacles, yeah, that really feels right like this. And this is you just trying to get yourself back together, because you go from the Two of Swords to the Two of Pentacles. That's literally like saying, like, okay, I got to get out of bed, and I got to do something. I got to get ready for work. I got to make breakfast. I got to go take a walk. You know, yeah, I know. I really don't get it. I'm totally bad, but still, I gotta, yeah, make some kind of start. And it could be too wanting to really think about from the Two of Swords to the Two of Pentacles is take some kind of action on this feeling. This is not so. It would be like asking them, hey, calling them at work, which you maybe don't normally do, or making a point, sit down, writing them an email, spelling it all out, taking some kind of action to resolve your Two of Swords dilemma, really, that you get stuck in here. Either way, it's good. Wow. And so remember saying, like, is this a little thing? Maybe it's a little thing. Maybe it's a little spamming. But with Judgment here, it's kind of indicating it's something bigger. So this whole thing, if you kind of think of it as a metaphor for the relationship somehow, when you do figure it out, I think you're on the way. Maybe this will help. This is this means that there's something going on here. It's got you in this Two of Swords energy that's like triggering or activating, like kind of a north node transit would do to Gemini. Come to think of it, you do have the north node. The north node's at 11 degrees Gemini, okay? Because that's my 10th house, and I'm keeping an eye on it myself because I have 4 planets in Sagittarius. So, this is like that feeling, yeah, is something inside of yourself needs to just be let out, acknowledged, released. They're releasing the souls there. This and it's so maybe that it's something about this relationship which triggering you in this Two of Swords is keeping you from being fully authentic or fully self-actualizing. Yeah, fully self-actualizing something. It could be that something in you that seemed a little crazy that other people kind of respond to. You maybe see it on Lilith a lot in your natal chart, and maybe in a relationship it could just kind of get suppressed a little bit or something. Something there, Gemini. Thank you guys. So, Cancer, thank you for joining me here on the beach. Very special edition on Tarot My Love. And got a little smoky morning. It's okay. Quiet otherwise. And here we're going. This is you in and around relationships, how you're feeling. I like it. That's a Cancer card. I'm going to call it, you know, Knight of Cups. Um, and he's very much got his cup in hand. Um, it looks like he's dismounted and now he's got his cup and he looks very formal. Mm. He's going to walk right up and give his cup. Now remember, this is you. This is your energy in and around relationships, Cancer. So I'd say with it being a cup like this and a knight, represent people. So I think it's just you being very authentic in terms of expressing your desire for love. Right now, it's just you're in relationships feeling this desire to express love and offer your cup. And let's see, to who? Maybe a Leo. Um, and you also would have Leo in your chart or someone with that strong Leo energy, like we say for the tarot readings, if they're rising or moon, even. Boy, Leo moons are interesting people in general. So much as a moon can make a difference, it does, and um, or even a Venus in Leo can be significant here. But look, you're looking right at this Leo, and this is a little bit younger Leo in this card. It's the youngest strength woman I've seen. You know, he's kind of a young knight too, so maybe you're both young, and knight could imply youth, maybe in your 20s even here, or in any case, this is someone that you see as being very desirable and kind of young, and you're directly offering your cups. I just when I saw this, what flashed in my mind was all these documentaries I've seen where the female lions, because the male kind of hangs around, tells he's something's needed, heavy duty or whatever, and they're hunting and they try to scatter the wildebeest or whatever they're hunting and pick one out. And I sort of just had that feeling. It's like your person is part of this like clique or part of a group, and you probably originally met them in this group of other people here, Cancers, and you probably immediately saw. I mean, this is going to be someone probably physically beautiful, physically strong, athletic build, male or female, um, that would stand out, and maybe a Leo way, maybe someone that's really literally like the hugger and, just lights up the room, Leo personality, and would stand out from these three. And I think you're in some process if you want to it, kind of pull them out from this group and uh, give them your cup and sort of basically I don't know whether with a Knight of Cups. I mean, it could be I want to marry you. It could definitely be I really want to date you and get to know you better. you know and I think there's every reason to do it. There's nothing that looks like stop there, you know. Looks good, Cancer. Thank you. Um, so Leos, speaking of, we just had your card in the previous reading. I'm pulling through the deck, so maybe we won't get that, but we'll get what we need. This for the 5th of May, 2021, a year that will surely live in infamy. Two of Wands. In and around relationship, where you're at, where your mind and heart is at, and that's when you look at him too, he's could say he's up in that tower, really looking at things carefully. It's like um, he's looking for something, Almost with the other Two of Wands, it emphasizes because wands are actions, the action of having to make that choice and move out, move away, move on. It's not just in your head, but this is surely a contemplative Two of Wands. So where you're at in terms of relationships, like maybe you need to make some kind of choice, you need to take some kind of action, and your back is to the reading. You're looking back away from the reading, but like you sort of don't want to do it. It's like a little bit of a hangman energy with this card. And then you've got the Four Cups, yeah. So maybe you're just not interested, but this could be two people um, with the wands, and you're not interested in one or both of them. I mean, that's what the Four Cups are going to be. Like I said, like normally with the Two Wands, you think you're going to have to take an action on one or the other. It's not really to me like the Two of Swords where you just can't do anything. You don't know what to do. Two of Wands is like, okay, I'm going to go this way or I'm going to go that way. But you're not, and you're just hanging out, um, and um, it's kind of the energy of just taking a time out too. Where you just say, I really want to be single. I don't really want a relationship. So, and it's in conflict though, Leo, with the two of Wands, because it surely wants to take some kind of action. This is your relationship energy. So you're in conflict with yourself here about this Knight of Swords. Yeah, and maybe more than disinterest, maybe it's like some kind of conflict about with yourself because you have some kind of interest in this Knight of Swords, a younger air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra person, and they're coming in hard, you know, but you've got like a buffer between them, and they're probably coming in and saying, I'm all in some manner. Leo, they're like, let's go out, let's do this, let's get married, whatever it is. And they're saying it. They don't mind speaking their mind. The only thing I could think, maybe it was too fast for you, and you're kind of like, because it's almost like you want to see like the Hanged Man here, or the High Priestess, or something. But it's almost like you're in shock. Like you have to do something, but you're just kind of like right now. You're sort of like, I really don't want to do anything. But I don't think you necessarily are not interested in this person. Five of Wands. Yeah, maybe they're combative. Because man, when you combine the Knight of Swords with the Five of Wands, um, they're combative. So it's almost like your Two of Wands energy. When you try to take a step forward, maybe they don't mean to, but they're so aggressive here, Leo, that they're uh, kind of beating you away or acting in some way abrasive. It's good bickering and arguing. It's not punching you or anything like that, really. But it's enough to, not very, especially in a new relationship, is not something that, it's like that's why Virgo is debilitating Venus, because, criticizing and stuff doesn't really charm someone, just leaves them like that. Four cups, they're just like, yeah, I'm not really thrilled with being treated like that. Um, Leos, thank you guys. That was helpful. And Virgo, we're going to do the 5th of May here, pulling through the deck. This is you, in terms of relationships, where your heart is at, where your mind is at, the Magician. Okay. So you're manifesting. Could have Gemini, moon or something, or rising. But this is, I see, as a manifestor card when it's in this position. I mean, this one particularly, look, he's holding up his wand there. It's like some kind of Hogwarts thing. Got to go there with it, right? Got that young look. It's a younger card. Could be a younger Libra, too. Yeah, but flat out, that's where you're at. You're really into manifesting soulmates or something like this. The Tower. Wow. So, with manifesting, it's powerful. And, what happens, like, say, I think, right? I'll finally get serious and I say to the universe, I really want my soulmate. I really do. And I want him to, I want him to have this color eyes and this shaped body and this, whatever. And the universe says, okay, kaboom. And your life, somehow changes dramatically and suddenly. And it's not always terrible with the Tower. It's just sudden and dramatic change. I think you see it a lot around Uranus transits in your chart. And if you suddenly have to change your homes, probably Uranus transit to your IC down there, or some significant, you know, uh, inharmonious transit angle. Um, so let's see what you're going to manifest on the other side of the Tower here. Five of Swords. Page of Pentacles. It's a very thoughtful Page of Pentacles. I think this Page of Pentacles is what you're looking for. But with the Five of Swords with it, it goes this way. The Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. And look how thoughtful both of them are. You could be manifesting a reunion. And I see young people, and I see too, this is a Earth sign here. Maybe this could be a Virgo, card. I think more than anything. Could be Taurus. I mean, it's very beautiful and Venus looking too. But with the Five of Swords, it's like there's some kind of pain. Uh, Maybe your person is the one. It's not saying you caused this, but maybe what happened was this was your person, and it was their relationship that had the Tower to free them up. It will explain the Five of Swords. And then here they are. I mean, this is kind of the perfect card. Here they are kind of in the aftermath. And I imagine when they're looking at this pinnacle here, they're looking at you and they're thinking of you as they're looking at it. Or maybe that's your picture. And they're thinking like something like, this is a nightmare, but I have, my Virgo now. And so it's worth it. Something like that. Yeah. So thank you, Virgos. That's helpful. It's a tricky reading for a morning quickie. And this is the fifth, speaking of, for our Libra friends. 5th of May, we're doing your morning quickie here. We're asking Spirit, name of light and love, so it serves the greatest good. You give us guidance and love and relationship here for our Libra friends. This is you, where you're at and around relationships, where your heart is at, where your mind is at. I like it. It's really good energy. With the Eight of Wands, there's someone that's bringing it. Could be long distance. You're excited about someone. It's a love relationship reading, so you're not resending your resume and talking about work. You're talking about love. You're probably telling each other your stories and excited about each other. Let's see what you might be dealing with here. Nine of Pentacles. Um, there's a solid energy here. If this is them, um, I see them kind of. These ones are kind of. I just noticed they're kind of different. It's like they're either they're kind of going in a different direction than they usually go. In the decks I'm used to, they're actually going backwards. Interesting. So I think you're receiving energy from them, and they could be an earth sign, but they're someone that's solid and reliable and single. I mean, if there's any question about whether they're single, so they're really single. And they can take care of themselves. They're a mature person. Um, and I think they're receiving your energy more. Like you're the one more excited here, Libra, really coming towards them with your energy, you know. Um, and they're just sort of happily receiving it. And wow, and Nine of Cups is the outcome. I gotta tell you, Libra, we'll have your heart and spread coming up in the Four Pillars for the second half of May. It's already up for May if you haven't seen it. See if there's help there. Um, but I see there's a lot of energy going towards this person. I'm not saying it won't work, but boy, Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, they are super single. They need to watch the super single Four Pillars read because, I mean, it would be slow maybe because maybe they've been single a long time. They're very comfortable. They're financially comfortable. They are emotionally comfortable. They don't need anybody emotionally. However they're doing, they're fine. And you are finding it very attractive and sending them a lot of excitement. So leave it there for a quickie reading. If they're not responding, you might want to be really direct with them and just try that, you know, see where they go. If they give you a maybe, I'd say that's a green light with these guys you're dealing with here. So thank you. This is for Scorpio. This is for the 5th of May. This is for you and where you're at in and around relationships, where your heart is at, where your mind is at. And it is the sun. So, should just stop. I could make any rule I want, really. It's like if you get the sun as your first draw in the quickies, and that's it. Ta-da! I mean, you gotta be feeling good, you know. In terms of relationships, I mean, you would be feeling really good about something, you know, someone. I'm thinking, wow, maybe a Virgo. Because you got the sun, doesn't really go with the hermit. So maybe you're coming out of your hermit phase, a little backwards for that. But maybe you're drawing up a hermit or a Virgo who also is a hermit. And it's kind of like the light of your sun is so bright that it's shining in their cave, and they look up, you know, and maybe come out of the cave and squint up at the sun. They're looking right at you, and they're like, wow, it's beautiful, the sun. And maybe they're ready to not be a hermit anymore. So they bring with them a lot of wisdom, self-knowledge, and they would offer you their Ace of Pentacles, you know, because that's what a hermit would do. A hermit wouldn't offer you the world, very come away reflective and understanding themselves, but with offering the Ace of Pentacles, like really solid kind of energy. I think it's just like that. You lit up somebody's world. Maybe they were doing them, and you know weren't really looking or anything like that. So they're a very stable and solid person, knows themselves. So what that means is when they say yes, I'm interested in you. When they say yes, I want to date you exclusively. When they say yes, I want to move in. Yes, I want to marry you. I mean, I think you can count on it. You know, it's not frivolous. It's not going to change. You know, they're serious. Thank you, Scorpios. Sagittarius, my brothers and sisters. Sag Sun, Sag Mars, Sag Mercury, Sag Jupiter. That's me. This is you, Sag, in and around relationships where your mind and heart is at right now. Queen of Cups. Feeling good, channeling the emotional side of yourself. Maybe in terms of relationships, you're at some point, or maybe you've gotten to some point. But this is a Sag that's mature and understands their emotions, is kind of the master of their emotions, and not in the sense of like whoosh, but just in the sense, you know, comfortable in your own skin, and you know, you understand, emotionally intelligent, emotionally receptive, available, at a place in your life. It's a great place to be in, especially for Sag, I think, in terms of relationships. But Nine of Wands, maybe it's taken a lot of work to get there, type of deal. Or you're dealing with someone that's it requires a lot of work. And this is not someone that's done. You can see they're getting ready to go back out into the fight. They're not thrilled about it, you know. But they're thinking about kind of steeling themselves to go back and try one more time. See where this is going, Sag, with the Page of Wands. And that one is kind of coming your way. Well, you're dealing with someone younger than yourself who's another fire sign. Or they're having this fire energy, or like say with tarot, they got the significant fire. So rising moon, Venus, or sun in Sag, Leo, or Aries. And I think it's frustrating you. There's some amount of work involved, actions you have to take. And I think it's due to their youth and inexperience. Somehow it's frustrating you, maybe. There's something like that going on here. I kind of want to clarify both of these because I think this is the Nine of Wands is more like them. A knight, and that would bring us to a Ten of Wands. Justice. They might be waiting on a marriage to end, or divorce, or riding the fence. Maybe that's part of what's frustrating. Maybe they're giving too much energy to another relationship from the past, and not like a lover, but like there's children involved or divorce involved, and there's maybe a lot of interaction with the ex involved. And here with the Queen of Cups for Sag, it's like we've opened ourselves here to them, which is we do. But when we do, it's like we really pay attention after that. What happens, and we don't want to get burned um, once we do that. And Sag will make a lot of effort. That's that Nine of Wands. We'll keep trying and trying and trying. We don't give up easy. So maybe when they come back with that, I'm hoping with their Page of Wands, it's them finally saying like, okay, I'm gonna invest in this relationship and come take the action to come to you, which may involve them having to deal then with this justice and divorce. Sad. So thank you guys, and some heavy readings for daily readings today. Thank you guys, and Capricorn, this is you on May 5th here, your quickie in the round relationship where your mind and heart is at. Um, you belong to the universe, Major Arcana, Wheel of Fortune. Being in the throes. This is kind of a dark Wheel of Fortune, but I think it's just kind of emphasizing the unknown here. And so let's emphasize that. But I think when it's in this position here, in terms of where you're literally feeling some sense, Capricorn, like there's something big, there's something important going on in my life, something going to happen. You kind of have a little bit of a sense, and you don't really know what it's going to be, or maybe you have some vague idea, but usually goes in your favor. In Seven of Wands, having to defend yourself and take actions here. Wands are actions. This could almost be advising too to always see the Seven of Wands in relationships here is about boundaries. And then this mid position too is like your question, what's going on with your person more, whereas the Wheel of Fortune is what's going on with you. And you could literally just be in the process of a big change. You went through a divorce, you changed jobs, states, countries, medical changes that caused big life changes, stuff like that. Can be the Wheel of Fortune. But usually, like I say, it's going to change it in such a way that it gives you some kind of break, you know, but I think you're going to have to set a boundary, or maybe you're in the midst of setting a boundary here. Wow. Because you're going to get the world. Yeah, it feels big with the Wheel of Fortune right here. I know, again, these readings today, holy shit, man. Because that's really what it's saying. It's like, I don't want to really say fight for the world. I don't really know. Yeah, there could be some sense that you really have to fight for the world. But I think that in order for you to take advantage of this uh, process, which the Wheel of Fortune can be karma too, coming, I think, in your favor, it's going to involve you yet having to establish some kind of boundaries, you know. But you're going to seriously level up. So, in terms of relationships, you'll be at a new level, you know. And I think it's going to be with these boundaries, it's going to be at a level where you know who you are and what you want. And you're not going to let anybody um, BS you in any way, shape, or form. Maybe that's what the change is with the Wheel of Fortune, and what it means for you to get the world. That's just to be completely self-possessed and totally aware of your own value and worth. Um, just operating at a whole new level. You know, look out, world. What can I say? Aquarius, thank you, Capricorn, is for the May 5th here on the beach. A little bit after dawn now since we started. It's a quiet morning, and we're doing the quickies for the 5th of May. This is you in and around relationships, Aquarius, where you're at. Empress, feeling pretty. Man or woman, we can feel pretty sometimes, you know. No, I don't think I'm ever pretty. It would not be the word. But feeling abundant, you know, in that Venus energy, pretty self-contained too, you know, very attractive too, feeling really very beautiful, possibly being very beautiful. Might have like a Venus return or something, you know, Venus trining Mars. But you're feeling pretty good, and that's a great way to come into relationships. And I was gonna say, you're gonna draw someone like a king or an emperor, but maybe you'll settle for a king. The King of Swords has got to be your person here. It's two very serious, mature people here. Yeah, Aquarius. You know, and you're both looking just dead ahead. If there's any doubt about your person being serious, and I doubt there's any doubt about them being serious with this King of Swords, because I think they're really going to speak their mind. You know, if they're not, you know, not necessarily a man, but man or woman with the King of Swords opposed to the Queen, you get, you know, a little more ego, a little harsher delivery, can be more selfish. And up against the Empress, you know, it could be a person, this King of Swords, who normally feels that they are a substantial person, or, you know, maybe a little bit full of themselves. But when they come up against you, you don't do anything at all, like toxic or anything. You're just being you. But they kind of see what it's like to be an empress. You know, it's like a king sees, like, you know, I've got a kingdom. I'm the king, and then wow, they see the emperor, the empress. Um, I'm not saying that's good or bad, but I think that's the impression that your person's having of you, Aquarius. Let's see where this is going. The Emperor. I can't make it up. I'm just drawing through the deck. So, what would the Empress draw? I don't know. The Emperor. What's that King of Swords doing there? Maybe they're ready to level up, you know? Maybe they're ready to level up. I don't know. That's amazing. And could be an Aries, but um Wow, you got yourself a match here. Yeah, it's like this person saw you, they said something. It, oh my God, you make me want to be a better man. What the heck's the name of that movie? I've only seen it like a million times, a million different people. Uh, but yeah, you make me want to be a better man. Too bad I can't title the quickies because that's what this is, guys. So definitely the best read of the day here, Pisces. Let's see. Thank you, Aquarius. Let's see if we can top the Aquarius read here. Pisces, we're reading through the deck on the 5th of May. Doing your morning quickies on the beach here, a little bit after dawn. And let's see what we got for a Pisces. This is you in the realm relationship, where your mind is at, where your heart is at, the hanged man. Yeah, that kind of is Pisces, the 12th house. I always see that as a timeout, this position. It's like someone taking a timeout. Yeah, you want to see things from a different position. Yeah, you put yourself there, but you put yourself there because you saw a red flag. Something doesn't feel right, but you don't understand it. You can't put your finger on it. You can't give it a name. You don't know the license plate number of the truck that hit you. And that's making you nervous. So you take them, you're like, memento por favor, and you got to think about it. Let's see if we get some idea what you're thinking about, Pisces. Queen of Swords. So, air sign, but someone with air significant, rising moon, Venus, sun. And, they're kind of looking down this queen and contemplative. So, maybe it's something about them being kind of self involved and selfish, but you more would associate with the King of Swords. Um, but maybe, maybe not selfish or self involved, but maybe they're just busy with like their own stuff, you know? And maybe the way they treat you, it's not bad, but that kind of air energy, the little detachment. Because I'm trying to figure out what's triggering you here to withdraw, Pisces. And kind of 12th house withdrawal here, could say, in the Eight of Pentacles. So you feel like it's going to take some work. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is not bad. In this position, it just means that it's going to take some time and some work, and I'm getting like 8 months time, which may seem like a lot, I don't know. But 8 more months. Clarify that too. The page of swords. Look at that. Now this is interesting. So I think like you gotta crack them open. Yeah, you gotta crack them open. Like this could be a twin flame. I don't say that lightly. A would definitely be the sleeper, and you would be the activator. But I mean, or maybe you don't know this. Maybe that's why you're in the hanged man, because you don't get it. You're like you. If that's the case, and I think it's the case anyway, you're feeling like, man, there's something here, and they're, I don't know, maybe they're more practically minded. I don't think they're on board with there's something here. They're interested, but they're kind of into themselves, kind of self-absorbed. Maybe they don't have any choice in the matter. They're busy with something, doing their own thing. Um, and you guys just going to need time, this 8 months. And I think with this Page of Swords, that's them like softening up and turning around to you and saying, you know what, I think I want to have a relationship with you. I guess what it is, it's going to be a little bit tough. And I think through this whole period, you'll kind of be in this hanged man energy. And it's probably pretty good. And maybe they need that time. Maybe you need that time. Maybe that's it too. Maybe sort of you both need this time, Pisces, to sort of get to this point. And then look at how different this is. It's like, and this is like they're kind of ready. Let's go out. Let's have some fun. I'm down. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in you, Pisces. Been messing around for 8 months. Now I'm interested. So, probably an Aquarius because they're slow. Huh? Thank you guys for joining me for the quickies. Like, Share is to care, and appreciate everybody subscribing. Thank you so much.